Hey gang, it's Abong Eka. Thanks for visiting abongeka.com. Here's where we speak a financial language that everyone can understand, and we can get digestible nuggets of information that we can use to empower our financial lives and journey. Okay. In a previous video, I spoke about getting a cheaper new smartphone, and just a quick way to do that by going on an auction site. Well, there are other people who don't have that option or aren't really interested in that option, so I wanted to give you another video that talks a little bit about cell phone savings, a way to cut your cell phone bill, as well as other quick and easy ways that I've used in order to cut my cell phone costs and my bill, which can creep up on you. And you hear the stories so many times of people getting screwed with with their phone companies by getting these huge bills up to $1,000. I mean, literally every 6 months you hear it in the news, in your local news. So here's some things in order to mitigate that, and so that doesn't happen to you. Devices change as we get as technology progresses and things get better and better. Okay, but the technology also, with the improvement of the technology, comes usually a cheaper way of acquiring it, right? So in this case, what you should do is check your phone bill. When you get your bill at the end of the month, check your phone bill for your data usage. A lot more people are using data than they are on the phone making phone calls. That may differ for you, but for me personally, I don't make phone calls that much. I have a basic plan of 450 minutes or 500 minutes. I barely use half of that per month. Majority of what I have is data, and just so happens with Sprint, it's unlimited. So there's no yin yang or any problems. It's basically unlimited data. So you want to check your phone to make, if you don't have an unlimited plan or haven't signed up for one, check to see what your data usage is and see how close you are to the cutoff. Because if you're close to the cutoff, you may want to think about getting a larger plan, and it will save you money, because the minute you pass your threshold, your limit, they'll hose you, and you'll end up paying several $100s on a phone bill that you normally would pay $60 a month for. Okay, not worth it. The other thing is, check your carrier to compare your current data needs with other carriers and see what they offer. So if you're with a company that has, say, for certain levels, certain gigabytes per month of data, compare that to all the other carriers to see if it makes sense to switch. I'm telling you, it's worth the exercise, because when you talk to your current company, you mention all those things, they usually have an ability to match it. Maybe not the first person you're talking to, but the supervisor. Okay, next is unlimited text can actually not equal unlimited headaches. I made the mistake once, and I've never made that mistake again. Where you think you're only going to have a certain amount of text, right? I don't need to get the extra $10, $15 a month for extra text. Man, I don't text that much. When I got my first bill for $400, I did, and then that changed everything. And I ended up I never again have been in that situation, because I pay the extra money for the unlimited text. I don't have any extra headaches. Now, if you're in a family plan, you have kids, teenagers, people in their late teens, you may have the same issues. So automatically, don't even think twice. Get the unlimited text plan. Most kids, most people text more than they do talk on the phone, and maybe that's a good idea. Actually, that's not a good idea. But texts are expensive once you exceed. All right, it could be anywhere from 20 cents per text after you've passed your limit to 50 cents a text, and that can add up really quickly. Next is company discount. Now, if you work for a company, most cell phone companies offer corporate discounts for the companies you work for. You can work for Foot Locker, you can work for Walmart. A lot of the companies will offer you a discount for working for those companies, and it could be as much as 23%. 23% of your bill. Now imagine you're paying $100 a month on your phone bill and you get 23% off. Can you imagine? That is literally $77 you're paying for $100 worth of services, right? And over a 10 to 12 month period, that's almost $144. So that's what you can use that money to do something else. So that's a lot of money that you can save, and you can use that to go get a massage, buy extra stuff, buy food, what have you. That's a great way to save money. Last but not least, again, I said this before, consider switching carriers, mainly because of the data plan, but also when you bring it up, if your contract is almost up, they'll try to woo you and it's basically when you, like a first date, they'll try to be nice to you, treat you really nice, take you out to the best restaurants, and then on the 10th date, they treat you like crap. So with a cell phone company, you make sure they pay for it. when you talk to them and you're pretty much at the end of your contract, say, look, I'm considering moving. This is why I want to go to a different carrier. Can you offer me something different? Give me a discount, offer me some incentives, give me a better phone. I've done it before. It works. It works almost every time. And I've been loyal to this particular company for a long time, and I've actually considered moving, but every time I want to move, they actually sweeten the deal by giving me a nicer phone, giving me some credits on something, giving me some additional apps or other services for free for 6 months or trial period in order to keep me to stay. Now, here's a big secret hint. And well, not secret anymore once this video hits YouTube, but the secret hint is, if you talk to the first person you talk to most likely won't have the power to make any decisions, okay? Ask for that person's supervisor, and then make sure you're calm and cool and be emphatic about your desire to stay. However, if it doesn't make economical sense, you will leave. Once you do that, it's in their powers to try and keep you. Those are great tips for you to be able to save some money with your cell phone, some cell phone savings, and hopefully you weren't one of the homeless people waiting outside the Apple store for the iPhone 5. I'm going to wait a little bit longer before I consider looking at it, but for now, I'm a huge Samsung fan, and I'm looking forward to the Samsung S3. I'm going to have a ball. So a few minutes of mentoring can help you with your money.